Max DeLuca, Robert Hoyle, and Herb Santos across the ring, fighting from Miami.
Zoulikha is the more experienced. In May in Las Vegas last year, he lost to Kuntsev.
One thing that is interesting about Barrera, you know, the coaches training the lesser champions going through the years. This is a right-handed guy who's trying to lean forward, get all this weight. And he's got Abel Sanchez along with him. That's a good combination.
Hard punches already by the former Cuban national. Nailing him with right hands, tough body shots downstairs. Screen, which is Barrera trunks. Boy, you can get the idea right away that
and has already taken place. He almost put Zoulikha on the floor. And Zoulikha is going to try and lean in and fire a left hook to the body. It's a
him with a jab, but he goes hard to the body with the right hand, back upstairs with a hard right hand. Countered hand, but it doesn't shift Barrera. You know, he doesn't have the same moves as the Cuban fighters. You know, they spend so much. He wants to load up power shots yet, and he's not really that the type of defensive fighter that we see. He's willing to take right hands from Zoulikha in order to get his in.
Now fight for the computer and try to get the point, come in and adjust some good power. Watch, he sits down on his punches, lands it, and then the object for him is to get out.
He has a powerful right, a decent jab. He comes to the fighters. Mike Tyson discussed with me. He said it's very, very hard to hit. Absorb. But I'll tell you, down the line, Barrera is going to have to tighten up his left hand and get a little bit higher so he doesn't get.
For Barrera. Good turning of the hips, good left hook, stalking, coming on, too.
Trunks, he's to the left of your screen and in the black trunks, and Zoulikha does some nice things against this highly touted kid from Cuba.
He countered nicely at times in the opening round. The problem for him with 10 knockouts and 20 of him, so he would like to fight this, try to match up in the power department with Barrera. That's not his best.
3 inches reach advantage. Oh, he caught him, and that's going to be a knockdown. It's
and he was in a hurry, and he walked into stuff, and he's walking into more now. And this is the point I'm making about him trying to turn this into a slugfest with this style, with his record.
So much stronger, but I don't think he can outbox him. He's shorter by 5 inches.
So he has to bob and weave and try to get inside that jab and then operate on the inside, right? You would think that he would try to do that jab and then operate, as he almost did there.
Yeah, he feinted that time, but that's that movement that you want. The heads actually came together. I mean, you notice the way he pushes. And for Barrera, this is the most experienced. Well, Lacey was, his career is not the same fight of the old Jeff left hook Lacey that we remember. And that's who he beat last time out. Not a good idea for Zoulikha to sit.
And that left hook to the body moments ago was prominent by Barrera.
Didn't move down. It's easier. It's made the last round a 10-8 round in favor of Barrera. So Zoulikha's, 3 points behind in this fight. Scheduled for 10, light heavyweight division, and there is a minor title at stake here. The USBA light heavyweight championship is on the line here.
Well, championship there is, because he's lost. Could be instant. It would be another step up the line. The left hand has been
title against Robin Krasnicki. That was in January. Up in the 12th round of that fight. His losses, his last 3 in a row.
The fact that Barrera stays straight has been in position to be countered. He doesn't mind doing the trade because it's had some positive results. That one will not be a knockdown, of course.
And there's a double jab, then the right hand. Sullivan really loading up shots, and Zoulikha in between her facing you, shooting the right hand, carrying that left hand low. When he does that, it's not a question of sucking him in. He'll come in, but he should be throwing when he enters that hit zone. So he's easy as he wanders in without throwing anything behind the jab, but he's got to get inside to do it. And meanwhile, he gets hit 3 or 4 times every time he can make like he just threw.
In the game of constant, it's something else.
Heard about the Sullivan Barrera, and he stopped action for just a second because the heads have come together a couple of times.
On the outside, then the uppercut behind the jab. He only gets caught once in there because the jab.
This is round 4 at the Mandalay Bay Event Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. The Colonel Bob Sheridan along with Dave Bontempo. Sullivan down the right side. Hakim Zoulikha.
In, and he.
Barrera, in a way, looks like he might be a little bit gassed right now. He's again Zoulikha comes in, stays nice and tight, catches him with a left hook. Zoulikha caught him with a right hand. We're right behind and right next to the corner of Zoulikha's people, so anything that he does well, you might hear the crowd.
Anybody for a jab here? We have watched these guys opening.
Zoulikha's a tough kid, but what Dave Bontempo was saying, that he's got hands up, walks in, takes. That's what a jab off, sneaking off the left shoulder of Barrera.
And you mentioned Barrera throwing his hooks.
Yeah, he is. There's a tremendous work rate for both of these guys. Hakim has taken most of the punishment, but I mean, he hangs right in there. Every round, with the exception of the second round, have been down. Russell Morrow right on top of it, and he made the right call. Look at these shots he takes, just standing there as he walks in without throwing any punches. Now he tries to blast the body. You know, because of him, he's making a little bit gassed.
Sullivan throwing out some punches just to show them, and some others for power.
As an opponent,
that round, good body shot with the right hand. The combination started with the right
side of the leg. That must be a hard body shot by Barrera. Nice uppercut.
Wanted to start off with the jab by Barrera. Good intelligence.
He's good with that uppercut. His last 4 fights, Barrera stopped his opponent. Last time out, he only went 4 rounds against. Trained up with Abel Sanchez up at the High Mountains drive from Las Vegas.
He had a fast pace to it at the start. Pace-wise, right there with it.
Zoulikha making the mistake of walking in without throwing punches, and he's being hit hard when he comes in. But he feels like if he can catch this guy, right, it would be a technical decision, but it would go to the scorecards. We're after 4 rounds, accidental headbutt. Trainer Abel Sanchez, it'll work with him, and we'll try to get a look and have the doc take a look at it right away. Uppercut, strong right hand. Zoulikha lands a shot. And he'd like to get that head around that eye either. He is a tough kid.
He's almost to the point of forgetting about the scorecards. He's going to come in here and try to bully him. And
watch your head. Watch your head.
Zoulikha between scraping him with the gloves and trying to get the side of his head up against that cut. See that? See that? He lifts the head up, and he's slick the way he does it.
There's a nudge butt.
Yeah. He must have gone to Evander Holyfield School, which Johnny Ruiz graduated from.
On the inside. Watch these heads. There you go.
Yeah, right there. It didn't look like that was that severe, but it you know, the punches opened it up a lot more. The cut wasn't as severe until that head was around that cut a few more times there.
As did that little nudge with a few seconds to go that nobody saw.
Here we go. We're in round number 6. It's a serious cut.
A little anger here for Barrera.
I gave the last round to Zoulikha. I'm not sure if he won the round or not, but I think so. Oh, nice shot. Look at that. He cut. Boy, this kid Zoulikha's making a fight out of this thing. Look at the head all around that cut, too. For the first time since he turned professional.
Against a guy that, and who will not give him
that, but if the, you know, the book on power, and he's got, I think it's more the conditioning of Zoulikha and the style of his fight.
That's one on top of him. He's a puncher, but not an exceptional puncher.
No, that's another thing, too. He's a fighter with 21 professional wins, and you don't really know all the a lot of champions right now, and some very good fighters in all divisions.
Well, at one point, last losing streak.
Don't know a lot about. We haven't seen much of him. He got 38 professional wins and worked himself in a position, but here in Las Vegas is a prohibitive underdog. His Barrera just showed a couple of rounds. He was cut bad in the last round. Still a stiff jab. Zoulikha just able to gobble.
He's persistent. He is right on Barrera. He's making Barrera box to win rounds. Well,
Barrera's done enough to win this round, I believe. Will you be in agreement with me there?
Yeah.
And he's got ever so much more under control, and it's a fix. The main event of the evening, of course, Sergey Kovalev and Najib Mohammadi for the IBF, WBA, and WBO light heavyweight championships of the world.
As Barrera opens up here, you look for some angles for him. Shots.
Dave, how tough is this guy? I mean, he's
too tough for his own good at this point.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he's taking head shots. Stiff shot right down there about his spleen.
If he takes these same shots and his output slows, we're going to take a more serious look. Is maintain some form of. Right, but we're seeing a little less fight in his fighting back in this round. So somebody has to be looking out for him because this. So somebody has to be taking this into account.
He's getting hit deep. He may be thinking about stopping this fight, but right now he's very enthusiastically cheering for his fighter. But his fighter's taking a lot of punishment in this round. These are heavy shots. I wouldn't like to let him take too much more punishment now.
No, I'd be.
The minor, there's a solid right hand. Look at the way the guy comes back and wings his shot.
Of the fight in terms of numbers, and then you multiply the effect because of how good these punches are by Barrera.
And you can also tell by the legs. Look at the heels on Zoulikha is, you know, very heavy in the heels right now, and he's taking a lot of punishment in this. But this goes to his conditioning, his toughness, his grip.
Opens up, body, then he backs up, scores another two-punch combination, backs up again, and he's landing 2 and 3 at a time.
Zoulikha has made this would be able to outpower this guy. This is the term a couple of rounds ago.
And he's rugged, but
now this is mind you, Barrera's got a puffy left eye. He's been cut by the right eye and the eyelid, and a bad cut, which his corner's done. He's hurt. Big shot. He's ready to go, and he goes down. He was hit by that left hook and hurt bad. He's going to get up. Now Russell Moore, Barrera can finish him off. This is where Zoulika's corner should throw.
This round plus this, the pace of the fight. There it is.
Russell Moore does with the corner.
Been slowing down, double jab, big right hand up near the temple area, the equilibrium shot, 2 more, still on his feet somehow. Another couple of big shots, and finally he stumbles to the...